Hi Ness, good to be with you this morning. Thanks for letting us come and share with you in your worship service. We wanted to share a bit about the mission activities we've been involved in this last year, and we're doing it from one of our favorite places here, Beaudry Park.
What a wonderful fall we've had. We spent many hours walking through these woods and just enjoying the beautiful colors. But as you can see, reality has hit and winter has arrived. It's been a very busy year, different than others. COVID and its restrictions has not allowed us to have the usual home potluck suppers and Bible studies, but we've been able to transfer some of these things to Zoom meetings. In one way, this has proved beneficial, especially when there are families with little kids involved that live far away, and thus babysitting hasn't been an issue or has distance. So we continue to have Bible studies with international students, and now that one couple has moved to Florida and the other to Steinbach, we can still meet. We started a second group late in the summer with some students that moved here from China, and we were able to help them relocate by scouting out housing and loaning them vehicles while they were here when they arrived. In the summer, we were able to host them to a backyard potluck, and that was just wonderful. Right now, we are continuing to meet with them on Zoom with the Alpha material, and recently one of them gave their heart to the Lord. A new group of young women started meeting together, and we are exploring what it means to seek the kingdom first and to hear what is on God's heart. The vision is to include family and transfer it to the next generation as well. It's been more and more clear that we are to be available to bless our family by helping with childcare as we are able. And this was especially needed when family members had surgery this summer. Luke had brain surgery and has recovered remarkably and is now 4 months post his brain surgery and hasn't had any seizures since then. In May, out of the blue, I was asked to pull together 2 hours of video footage of kids engaged in worship for a global 24-hour Kids Praise Fest. I felt that this was something that God was asking me to do, and amazingly, I was able to connect with people across Canada to contribute to this. We ended up with enough material to fill the 2-hour time slot that was designated for Canada, and it was an amazing time.
Our work with 7 Wells in Africa continues to be really active. We can't do some of the regular things that we would like to do, taking mission teams there, bringing choirs here, but we continue to serve the needs of families there. When I was there 2 years ago, we had a fantastic mission team there, and we attended the graduation ceremony for some of the women who finished our sewing course. We gave each of them a sewing machine. We'd raised the funds to do that, partly through the help of Ness. And they immediately set up a sewing co-op and started making clothing and packs and other kinds of things. Now, we're working on something else at this point. We're working on setting up a larger kind of a sewing factory or co-op, one which could employ up to 2,000 people. And we're hoping that this will turn into something that can offer employment to a lot more people, and that it'll in turn help to raise their families out of poverty. Now, some of you may remember that on our last choir tour, we had a couple of young girls there, one named Sylvia, one named Patience. They both stayed in our home for several weeks, and Carolin became a sponsor to Sylvia. Sylvia's a sweet, sweet young girl, but as it got time for her to go home again, she started to get kind of sad and quiet. And we weren't sure what to make of this until after they went back, we realized the place that she lives in is very, very poor. Her mother has no husband, 11 children, and no job. So every day it was a struggle to feed them. So we talked with our staff worker there in Uganda and said, is there some way we can help this mother set up a business? She came up with some ideas, and we did. So for a fairly small amount from our perspective, we helped to set her up with a business where she makes and sells charcoal and sells vegetables as well. And so in return for that, a few months later, we got this beautiful little video of Sylvia saying thank you.
Hello, Uncle Doug and Aunt Carolin. Hope you're doing well and hope everything is all right. I thank you for the business that you did for my mom. And through this business, my mom is able to take care of us and she's able to buy for us food. I'm so happy about it, and this business has really changed our life. And send my greetings to your family members. I love you so much.
Another young girl from that tour was named Patience, who also came from a very poor situation. Her sponsor wanted to help their family, so they sent a cash gift, and we used that to help the family set up a business raising and selling chickens. And so here's a lovely thank you note that Patience wrote to her sponsor. Thank you so much for the cash gift you sent me. My mother's been asking God for a business, and through you, she now has a business that will be supporting us as a family. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. With you, I am achieving my dreams. From your loving daughter, Patience. As Carolin mentioned, for a number of years, we've had a ministry among international students here in Winnipeg and a Bible study that ran with them. So one of these students recently, she had been a language teacher in Brazil teaching Portuguese. Well, she wanted to start her own language school here in Winnipeg, teaching both English and Portuguese. But she needed someone with some experience teaching English to come alongside her. So she recruited me, and for the last year, 2 nights a week, sometimes 4 nights a week, I've been teaching different classes on English for people here in Winnipeg and sometimes overseas. One fellow, Rodrigo, wonderful guy, he was a computer programmer in in Brazil before he came here, and he couldn't get a decent job, so he had 2 low-paying jobs to support his family. Well, after a few months in our course, he got a much better-paying job in the IT sector, and he is much happier now. One of the things he said was, I was able to get this better job because of Doug's English classes. He helped me improve so much. Glad to hear that. Well, it's been good to share with you a little bit about our work and what's on our hearts. Thank you for letting us come. We have always been so grateful. The Ness family has always been important to us. We just love you and enjoy continuing to worship with you. One final thought. As soon as COVID allows us to, we're going to be taking teams back over there again. Come join one of our mission trips. It'll change your life.